Hey everybody, super excited about doing this live stream with you guys today. You guys know I come to you every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here live on YouTube. I did miss last Thursday. I was making that money. So had to forgo what I was doing last week, Thursday, for the live stream, working with a client and really just doing what I do. So I'm super excited to, come to you this Tuesday, and I'm a little bit early because I'm just excited about what it is that I'm about to talk to you guys about, which are the three myths about voiceover. Now, they're not the only myths because there are a ton of them in regards to what's going on in the voiceover industry today. But I want to discuss three of those myths with you today. And there's description in the description for this video. There's some links there that's going to lead you to some stuff. So one of the reasons that sparked me creating this list of the three myths that I want to talk about today was because on our Facebook page, we're about to cross 1,000 members on our Facebook page. Now, that is dwarfed to the number of people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel, which right now it's over 7,500, which is amazing to me that many people are subscribed here to me on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe now. To the YouTube channel. But I think we're like at 998 people that are on the Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook page. And so that's absolutely amazing. So I wanted to bring some content to you to kind of let you know what's going on with these myths about voiceover and get you past them as well. So, hey, Rasham, glad to see you here. Go ahead and say hey if you're in on the live stream so I can acknowledge you as well. Love doing that with you folks and everything. Since I can't pull it up on my MacBook here, I'm going to just pull it up on my phone. So we're going to go through these three myths, and I want to get you past a lot of this stuff that is going on. And so if you've got questions, make sure you get them ready so that you know typing those questions in, and I'll be able to answer you here right here on the live stream. So myth number one, only people with a special voice can make it. This is so like beyond belief that I still get a ton of questions. Hey, Leroy, get a ton of questions, or comments. I talk to people, at least to 10 people every day, right? I've been thinking about getting in voiceover. People tell me I have this great voice. And my initial gut response is, who gives a crap? Because the truth of the matter is, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. The voice that you have, I remember talking to one person last week, a guy, he's saying he didn't know if he could really make it because he had a high voice. And I'm listening to him talk and I'm like, well, who told you had a high voice, or why is that an issue? And let me just tell you, it's not. There are a plethora of different types of voices. And I think some people don't go all in on voiceover because they have an issue with their own voice. And can I be totally transparent here? When I first started in voiceover, I hated the sound of my voice. Can anybody testify to that? I did not like the sound of my voice or whatever. I tried to change how I came across. And let me just tell you, don't do that. First of all, your voice is perfect the way that it is, with all the nuances, with all the gruffness, or with all the squeakiness, or all that kind of stuff. It does not matter. There is a place for you in voiceover, period. The one thing, so many voiceover artists, I think they really overthink this part about, the type of voice that they have, because they think they're supposed to sound a certain way. And the problem with that is that when you think you're supposed to sound a certain way, you begin to become very non-authentic or inauthentic, whatever the word is. You're not being authentic with who you are. And people are looking for authenticity in the delivery of the voice that you have. It's not about the type. And here's the other thing, because people overthink this so much, because you do not know, even though, if you're on a pay to play or whatever, and you're reading a description about the type of voice that people are looking for, here's the thing about that. You may think you line up with that, but even with all the description that people try and give to VOs that want to audition, there is a voice that person has in their mind. They already hear it. They already know what it is. And when they hear it from an audition, they know that that's the voice. And that's the part where you can't get. You can't get in their head. The words will never completely describe what it is that they're looking for from a voiceover artist. So do what you do within your own voice, because if you're thinking you're supposed to sound like some other VO that you've heard, or you're trying to imitate what some other VO has done in a production, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, because now you're not trying to actually hone your own skills that you have. You're trying to develop something that you are not. So that first point, the myth that it takes some sort of special voice to get into voiceover, it does not. I'm looking here on my iPhone for my points here. So the second point, you guys ready for this? This is big. The second point, there are not enough VO jobs for everyone. Let me just tell you this. There is so much work that is out here in the voiceover community that it is ridiculous. But you look at certain things from a perspective wrongly, I'm going to say, that there's all this competition out there, millions of voice actors, right? And so people think that they can't compete with all the voice actors that are out there. And one of my strategies is not to compete for voiceover work. But most of the people that are in voiceover have no idea about how to build a voiceover business. Most of the VOs out there have no idea how to actually go after the client. Most VOs out there have no marketing, sales, or business acumen. They think it's something as simple as getting behind a microphone, and that's all that they have to do. And we know that this is just not true. Most voice actors focus exclusively on the art, and to a very small and minor degree do they focus on the business development side. It's, many of you have heard me say, why are you sitting back and waiting for permission to be great? Why are you sitting back waiting for voiceover work as opposed to going after it? Now, obviously, there's things you're going to have to do, depending on how you're trying to run your business. If your business is based on a pay to play, or it's based on a freelance site, there are certain ways that you have to operate within that site. But even most people don't really know that. I mean, if you're on a site that requires you to put in proposals, you better know the effective ways to write proposals. And if you don't know, it's probably one of the reasons why you're not getting work. So if I have to write a proposal for someone that is asking like what I have the ability to do, what my pricing is, and all this other kind of stuff. So now I do not put in proposals to people or companies that don't literally tell me everything that they need, because it's a waste of time. If you're someone that writes proposals, the shorter the ask, the more complicated it's going to be for you to get that. And then if you get the job that, well, we need you to do this and we need you to do this. No. I don't put in proposals for any and everyone. And again, the shorter the ask from the potential client, the more frustrating it's going to be. So what I do is I look for people that know exactly what they want. And you can tell because it's a long list of things that they want. And what I'll do is I'll copy and paste that into my proposal and then start rewording it. It's like, I see and I understand that you need this. You're also looking for this, and this. So that's like the cliff notes of how I actually go through writing a proposal, is giving them words back to them and letting them know that I understand what it is that they're looking for. So it's a lot, but that's the cliff notes for what it is that I do with that. The amount of voiceover work that is out here is astronomical. And there's so many different ways to go about getting it. Again, whether you're on a P2P, whether you're on a freelance site, I love email marketing. It's my claim to fame, is being able to go directly after the client as opposed to competing with a whole bunch of people to get an audition or something like that. But I have a whole process for that as far as how I go about doing that. So don't believe the myth that there's not enough voiceover work. The truth is people don't actually know how to go about getting the work. That's the real thing with this. All right. So you guys ready for myth number 3? There's 3 of them, right? So myth number 3, you must have expensive gear to make it. This is one of the questions I get asked a lot. What do I need to start? What do you know? How much is this going to cost me, in gear and da 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 da? Under $1,000. In some cases, we're talking about $500, $600, $700. You're in like Flynn. And so let me break down some pricing things you might want to look at in regards to getting gear. If, first of all, everyone is, covets people's microphones. That's like the first thing people want to get, right? Is the microphone, which is awesome. So if you're going to get a microphone and you're just starting out, I would not suggest starting out with a USB microphone like what I'm using right now. I'm using a USB microphone. It's actually an AT2020. Boom, there you go. That's the mic that I'm using right now to do this live stream with. But if you're serious about being in voiceover, you're going to need to make sure you don't use a USB. You want to use an XLR mic. And if you don't know what XLR is, put it in the comments and I'll answer your question. But I think most people probably know what an XLR mic is. You want it to be a condenser mic or a shotgun mic. I use the Sennheiser MKH416. I know everyone loves that microphone, and I do too. It's in my booth in my studio. Obviously, I'm not in my studio right now. I'm just recording at my home. I didn't feel like driving downtown to go to my studio today. So you can start off by getting a microphone in the range of about $200 to $300. Now, what do you need next? All right, so you need some sort of interface. The interface that I had always used used to use, haven't used it for about a year now, was Focusrite Scarlett Solo. It's basically an interface to connect your microphone to your laptop or your computer. That's it. That's what it's for. You got to get your voice onto your DAW, which let's talk about that. The DAW, your digital audio workstation, the software that you use to record your voice. So many people stress out about this. I mean, stress out about what DAW to use. And I'm going to take a side street here for a moment. So many times people put roadblocks or walls in front of them actually doing the work that they need to do. So what they do is they say, oh, well, if I get a better mic, then I'll get more work. Oh, if I get a better interface, I'll get more work. Oh, if I get a better DAW, I'll get more work. It's so not the truth. That has nothing to do with it. If you're able to process your audio appropriately with the gear that you have, process the audio with the gear that you have. Don't worry about that. Focus in. The main thing to focus in on is business development and getting the client. How many have heard me say your number one job as a VO is to get the client? How many have heard me say that? Right? So going back to the DAW, people will ask me, what is the best DAW to use? Does anybody know the answer? Can anybody type in the answer into the comments? I want to see how many of you have been listening to what I've been saying. I've been doing this for so long now. It's crazy. So here it is. The best DAW to use. Are you listening? The best DAW to use is the one that you know the best. So many people stress out. Well, I want to use this DAW because my coach said this is the one he uses or she uses, and I want to. The one you know the best is the best. So many people think that because they download Audacity and it's free, that there's no value in that. But let me just tell you, Audacity, some VOs use this their entire career. It may not have a lot of the bells and whistles. Yep, there you go, Talon. That's it. So it may not have the bells and I'm an Adobe Audition guy, but I'm an Adobe Audition guy because I've always used Adobe Audition. Always. That's just the DAW I started with, and even before it was Adobe Audition, I was using it. I forget the name it was before it was Adobe Audition, but I've been using it since then. So that's the one I've known for since 2006 when I started. That's the one I know. And so you've got VOs out here that are using Audacity and they use it their entire career. Now, depending on the type of voiceover that you do and the type of audio production you do, there may be a reason for you to want to look at something else. But if it's getting the job done, don't stress. And then there's the other thing, because if you know if you know Audacity or whatever your DAW is, you know it inside and out. Now, if you want to switch, it's a whole nother learning curve. behind being able to do that. So the best DW to use is the one that you know. So those are the three myths. And so I wanted to come on and do this live stream to talk to you about those three myths. And then also because our Facebook page, our Facebook group, rather, Steps to Voiceover Success, we're like 2 people from 1,000. So if you're not a member of the Facebook page, Steps to Voiceover Success, or I'm sorry, the Facebook group, I do have a page, but I also have a group. You want to join the group, right? So we're 2 people away. Are we going to hit 1,000 today? Have no idea. Someone make that happen, right? It's just, I'm so geeked about it. So what I did is I also reduced all the prices of my courses at my website, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, because I want you to be able to get access to the information that you need. And as a matter of fact, I had taken away my courses actually all year. I just was not even offering the courses because I was going through some changes in my business and wanted to revamp some things. So literally this morning, because of the stuff that's going on in the Facebook group, I made them available again at a reduced cost. The link is in the description for the video that you're watching. And if you're a member of Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook group, then you know that post was made this morning about a couple hours ago. So let me take a look back at what you guys are saying. And if you've got any questions, start typing them in now and we will go through them. So let me just take a look over at the comments here and see what folks are saying. Let's see. Hey, Rasham. Okay, they still do with mine. Okay, great. Just looking at everything people are saying in the comments. Good morning, Talon. Glad to have you in here. It's Miss VS World. Miss VS World. Okay. What's an XLR mic? Okay. You probably know what a USB connection is. If I was in my studio, I'd be able to like pull one out and show you. But it's an XLR mic is just a connection. Like it's not a type of microphone. It's rather, I should have said more clearly, it's a type of connection. So it's like a big fat round end and it's got 3 little prongs on the inside of it. That's an XLR connection. And you can Google that or look it up on Amazon, but it's basically a cord. It's an XLR cord. So, and the type of microphone that you're going to be looking at is a condenser mic or a shotgun mic. That's what I would recommend to really get you going and get you the best sound that you're going to want to be able to get. Good morning, Vanessa. Glad to have you here. Why not have a studio at home? Why I don't? I did, but my business grew. So I have my studio is actually downtown now because I have clients coming in and stuff like that. And I don't want people coming in and out of my house. So I have a studio downtown. Now, the point of what you're saying, it's ML, you can have a studio at home. Most VOs do, you know, right in their basement, or they make a room that's their studio. They might put in a whisper room or you know, something like that. Like I have a whisper room in my studio that I actually go into to record. Not that you need a whisper room. I mean, you can start this in a closet. You know, it's so crazy how easy this is to do. And one of the things that I said in my post is that out of all the things that I talked about, especially when we talk about gear and things of that nature, if you don't have an appropriate recording device, you negate everything that that gear brings to the table. Like you can have a cheaper mic, but an amazing recording environment, and you're going to sound amazing. And someone can have an expensive mic, but not have the appropriate recording environment, and it's going to suck. It really is. So you've got to take a look at that. So the most important piece of your entire thing is your quote unquote studio, the environment that you're recording in. All right. Let's see. ML is saying, seems like you can use that overhead bill to put towards your biz. I think I explained why I have a studio downtown. I do more than voiceover, quite honestly. I have a full-blown audio production studio. I do video production, things like that. So I need a place other than my home. If exclusively I was doing voiceover, I probably would be here in my home, right in the basement. You guys, some of you that have followed me for a while, remember when I was in this basement of my home. So it all started there, but we grew. So let's see here. Talan, I have an XLR AT2020, but sadly can't use it because I don't have an interface. So for now, I'm stuck with my Yeti. No, you're not. You can get, okay, this is what I want you to do. If you go to my website, Steps to Voiceover Success, there's a link for VO gear. And what I want you to notice is that when you go to that page, there is something called a Focusrite Scarlett Solo. It's only $99. You can get it, delivered to you from Amazon. It's only 99 bucks. Now you're in business. Don't let $99 be the wall between you doing this better and not doing, and not. So there's that. Let's see. The best date. Yep. Okay. Don't have a studio at home. I have no place. What can I do? Rishem, do you want the hard, honest truth? Nothing. If you don't have a place to record, if you don't have gear, there's nothing you can do. Sorry. Let's see. Nasaya is saying, hit the link button, y'all. Okay. Thank you, Nasaya. I appreciate that. Talon is saying, where would you suggest someone show their Fiverr gigs to get more traffic and potentially more clients? You can show your Fiverr gig anywhere you want, but if your Fiverr gig sucks, no one's going to buy it. You might want to look up Anthony Pica. Anthony Pica is a Fiverr coach that in voiceover, Anthony is making a ton of money on Fiverr. And I would say the number, but I'm not. But he's making a ton of money on Fiverr. So look up Anthony Pica. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's called A VO's Journey. Look him up, start following him, start asking him those questions. He's going to give you the best answers you've ever heard. All right. See, Talon is saying recording spaces under the stairs. Awesome. Hope no one's walking up and down when you're recording. Let's see, Rashim. I don't have any place to create a studio in my home. Is it there? Okay, I answered that question already. Soon I will get my Scarlett Solo. Laugh out loud. Thank you, sir. You're more than welcome, Talon. Well, it looks like those are all the questions that came in. Don't forget, look at the description. There's links in there for you to take advantage of. Since I reduced the prices of all of my courses, don't know how long they're going to be that low, but I wanted to do it because we're almost at 1,000 members at the Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook group. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do subscribe. We're right now at we're over 7,500 subscribers to this YouTube channel. It has been growing like gangbusters. So yeah, share this out. If it makes sense for you to share this video out, do that. I would definitely appreciate it. And come back often and, give me comments and questions and all that kind of stuff. I love talking to you guys. And I'll be back here with you guys on Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be talking about some more stuff. All right. You guys take it easy and go join my Facebook group, Steps to Voiceover Success. Look at the links in the description, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell to make sure you'll get notified when I go live each and every time I do. You guys have an awesome and amazing week. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye now.